All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Curtis Traylor. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for sit. I hope you're there listening to me. This is CT Online, and my good friend Deron Reynolds as my guest today.
Thank
We
you.
we got a little thing going on in common. I have a new single, and I owe a lot to him for I owe a lot to him for mixing it and making magic come from it. So we kind of blended very well together, and I just felt like I owe him this thing to come here and do what he do. You know what I mean? He's an artist. So I just want everybody to know. I want this, but before I really get started, you know what I mean. I just want you to. This topic is like creating your own identity in Japan. You know what I mean?
Sure.
He's
Yeah.
been going at it for a while. So I want you to kind of press the like. If you like it, press the likes. Let them know. Let us know that you're there. Okay. I want to see the hearts and the thumbs up floating in the air. You know what I mean? So
It always makes me feel better when I see
just-
that float.
just
float
like
out.
that. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean?
Oh God, they love me.
So you know what I mean. So I'm pressing. You know what I mean. Number 5, we not even on. Are we? Do you see us right there?
I think it's on. I see us behind us.
You see us behind us, and that's all that matters. Huh?
I think it's on.
Okay. I hope so.
Could be
Did I?
wrong. Could always look at that.
So we got to keep, just keep going. I just want you to know, press the likes, press the likes, press the likes.
There we go.
If you go, so
Yeah, it looks like it's on. It looks like it's on.
Yours on mine.
We're
I have to get
We're
back
rolling.
to mine.
That's
know what
right.
I
It's
mean?
rolling. We're
So we're just gonna keep talking. Going to keep talking. So as we go,
That's right.
I just want to know one thing. I'm gonna start off by asking you.
Sure.
How did you get into the music? Into music and the music business. This is
Okay.
also why I came to Japan and studied Japanese.
That's right. That's the main reason why I came here was like I was studying Japanese.
Yeah.
I wasn't necessarily going to go into music when I started studying. I was studying just Japanese. Was able to study it as an elective in high school, and that was a really lucky thing back then. There wasn't
Yeah.
very many Japanese classes in high school, so I was quite lucky to do that. I got interested in living here, studying the language. I came all the way over here to study and make sure that I could learn all the kanji and I could get everything down pat. Try to pass that Japanese proficiency test. I spent back and forth from the University of Washington, Seattle. I'm from Seattle area.
Okay.
I'm from
Okay.
New York,
Yeah, well,
Northwest. I'll get more to that a little later.
Very
but
familiar with the.
yeah, I love Seattle. And honestly, I grew up in the punk era, so I got to see a lot of those great heavy like Nirvana and Mudhoney.
Oh, okay.
Like
You got
Soundgarden, all those bands I got to see play live. I was quite lucky. So I was kind of like a pianist, football playing, punk loving kid. None of that stuff fits together really very well. I was a sports guy. I mean, I played football, and then I played piano, like pretty piano songs. But then I loved heavy guitar and rock and moshing and like that stuff too.
Okay.
So my identity in music was never solid till I actually had a friend say, "Hey, listen to this Elmore James tape," and and just play it. And I go, "Elmore James?" I'd never heard of him. And I go, so I take a listen to it. Oh man, this rocks! This is great. And I learned to play the stuff that he was playing. It didn't all have piano on it, but it had some of them that had piano on it.
Yeah.
And I joined the Guys Blues Band.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I started getting into blues music. When I was a kid, I mean, my dad played tons of R&B. He just loved old country western and old R&B, basically. So I got to listen.
And your dad was also a lawyer too. Huh?
He's a lawyer, and he was kind of on the famous side for a lawyer in the area. He was in TV a couple times.
Oh man, I love Seattle though, man.
Yeah, Seattle's a great place to live.
What I mean? So and you got the way I met this guy. He came in on our conversation, with my homeboys about the Cowboys and the NFL and all of this kind of thing. He came in on the conversation. So I was really busy trying to tell him, come on, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't break in like this. You know, I got him on the ropes. You know, so
But I fought back a little bit. Like, I was like, that's I love arguing about football. I could think of no better thing to argue about than sports, because like it's so pointless. Like, we're never going to really get in any fights about sports.
No, not at all.
And
Not at all.
it's all trash talking anyway.
unless you're in Boston or something.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know what
Well,
I mean?
hey, we still
So,
forgive you, Boston. Don't
yeah,
worry.
we no problem.
We love you.
So,
Yeah. Don't you know? I dream of Tom Brady every night. I love the guy.
of course,
course.
you know what I mean. So, but we're talking about now today we're just talking about the Celtics, you know, what I mean, and the
that's right.
Warriors.
Yeah, that was I mean, I think predictable. I had a feeling that it was like the Warriors were going to get hot, and they did. And like Celtics have a better young nucleus, I'd say, though, as a team. Like, I mean, whether young is not the right word maybe anymore, but
Okay.
But I'd say though that they have like maybe better players for the future run than the Warriors are going to have. They're going to get old.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Let's go on to another one.
Sure.
Okay. How did you what make you what was it like working for like a J-pop?
Yeah, so, okay, that's good. That brings me to Japan. So I was in Japan for a few years studying Japanese. I got a chance to work for a J-pop label. They're just down the street here. It's the one Osaka major label. So I was working with some pop stars, and I was, I literally got to go to their houses and teach them, and like when they were still high school students.
Yeah.
And like it's so funny because it's like I'm meeting these people that they're on TV everywhere at the time. The one real famous one that I taught was Mai K, and you probably know some of the guys that played with her back in the day, and like she's just a high school student. Wow, okay. As soon as you just meet them face to face, it's not really even like it's just a kid. It's a kid who happens to be good at singing,
Right.
wants to learn English, and most of them were like that. But it was sometimes pretty crazy. Like, I mean, like, there's a few girls that were they were all very pretty, that's for sure. And like, sometimes, like, it's just, I was younger at the time, and there are a lot of pretty girls, a lot of very good singers, and like a lot of, late nights in recording studios. You start feeling pretty close to these people after a while. Like they're like, they're feeling like, whether it's like even just like, a girlfriend vibe or sister vibe or something like that. Yeah. When you spend lots of time in a studio together, hours and hours and hours of work sometimes, especially if the person's not a good singer, you gotta take a lot of takes. But they often weren't great at that, but that was kind of before autotune in those days. And so like, it was interesting, fun. I enjoyed it. It was hard work, 36-hour days sometimes. You're talking about like crazy work hours.
Yeah, but you also, you teach music too, man.
That's right. So I was teaching people how to sing in English then, and that's kind of what I built into my rhythmic pattern that I'm using to teach today.
Right.
So it's the same emphasis. Your emphasis is on the boom, cha, boom. Cha. That's that 1 and the 3. The 1 and the 3 are the main beat, and you think of that kick drum. Whenever that kick drum's hitting hard, that's when you need to speak louder to get over that loud bass. Yeah. It's like on your hat there, the bass. So it's like boom, cha, hi.
Okay, so what genre are we talking about? I mean, because we operate on the 2 and 4.
That's right.
You
That's
know what I
right.
mean? But when we talking R&B and soul, this 2 and 4 there's no 1 and 3. So
I teach people to listen for the kick. That's why I talk for the 1 and 3. That's all. Okay. And like it's just a general speaking pattern. So like basically you start on an accent like this, and this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're talking like this, boom. Every time you hear the beat, you're going to make a louder accent. And English is not like just a monotone language like this, like a robot. Like we don't talk, we especially go up and down a lot when we talk. And it's teaching people to speak that accent in the right place. That's key. Okay. So listening to the bass kick drum is actually where you're going to put that emphasis in. You're right. Exactly. The 2 and the 4. Exactly. The 2 and the 4 is where you need to be rhythmically good.
There you go.
Okay, as a singer.
There you go.
But as a speaker, speaker.
As a
You're just
speaker.
learning to speak
Okay.
and
You know,
trying to get
I
that.
wasn't paying any attention
Exactly.
on that.
So
Speaker.
when
Okay.
you're speaking and when you're
Okay.
singing, you tend to start on a hard beat like this. You know, got to go get it, just like that, right, man? Like you get that. Get it is the hard part.
There you go.
And that, I guarantee you, that's where that hard beat's coming in.
Yeah, it
and
is.
basically, and
It
like
is.
that's why it always tends to go up just a little or a little bit louder accent.
Yeah, I just want to tell you, Deron. How do we call it? Don't we say Deron or do we
It's
say
okay.
is it-
It's okay. You can call me Deron.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Darren.
This is it's Deron as a Darren. But honestly, I've been called so
Well,
many
I just
things
got
all
got
the
corrected
time.
about it the other night.
Oh yeah,
So-
yeah. Well, it's okay. No, I tell everybody. I go, look. Everybody pronounces my name different, and like my friends used to just call me Deron, like Deron, kind of like a Japanese feel to it. So like that's what people say in Japanese is Deron.
Oh, they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not so far off.
Yeah.
Like, and like that's kind of what the French maybe pronunciation of it, I would say. But it's spelled Deron, which is obviously pronounced Duran, and like for most black people.
I
to
just
read
want
it.
I just want people
Yeah.
to know that on my new single, "Go Get It and Come Back With It." He was the mixing engineer for it, and he made it happen for me. You know, I just took him my pieces of work and he put it together like a puzzle. You know.
But that took years to get to that level, man. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like you're talking about back when I worked at the label. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't know how to mix and master back then. I was watching them do it, but I watch and I learn.
And that's what I was doing with you, watching
That's
you
the
at
idea.
at your house. You know.
So when I'm trying to teach people, that's what I want to do. Like I want people to be in the room with me, watch what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing it. And then what you need to do is go back home and try to practice what you just watched.
I heard that.
That's really the way it goes.
I heard that. So that's what I'm saying.
That's how I learned too. Yeah.
So I'm gonna play this. You know what I mean? We had it on the radio here at FM Kokolo here at 76.5 here in Osaka. So I just want you to know that it's making a move. The song is making a move, and I'm very happy with it. And I owe a lot to Deron for
Thank you.
for just for making it happen, putting some magic on it. So
I can't tell you how much it means to me, man, for you to say those nice words.
Oh yeah, that's it. Cause it's true, man. I
Thank
just
you.
want to let everybody else know I couldn't. I did what I could to make it happen. It's like preparing a meal, but you didn't finish it, and you take it to that professional, like your mom or whatever, and they finish it up for you. So, my father never finished up no dinner, so he
my dad
finished
was
up
not-
everything else. But
My dad was not a cook. I'm
Yeah.
not even close to it.
Mom them did it, huh?
Mom was amazing. She still is an amazing cook. Good grief.
Oh man, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play my song for you, and I hope it really you really like it.
Yep.
So here we go.
Go get it.
To the beat, y'all.
Oh yeah. I hope y'all like it. But next I got a surprise for you. Every morning when I wake up after I set my feet on the floor. Ooh, I wash my body, get my coffee, and I'm headed out the door. Oh yeah. Do what I gotta do. Got to go get it. And when I get through, gonna come back with it. I do what I gotta do. Oh, got to go get it. And when I get through, gonna come back with it. Look at him. Self-motivation is the way that sets the tone to start my day. No negative attitude, only positive that gets me on my way. Oh yeah, do what I gotta do. Got to go get it. And when I get through,
Yeah.
gonna come back with it.
It's RP sounds.
just laid out, y'all.
Still my favorite one.
Go get it. Got to go and get it. Yeah, yeah. Come back with it. Gonna come back with it, y'all. Yeah, got to go get it. Got my plans already laid out. Gonna come back with it. Gonna start my day. I'm gonna work it out. Yeah, got to go get it. Got to go get it. Yeah, with it. Gonna come on back with it. Got to go get it. Got to go get it. Yeah, gonna come back with it. What you say, man?
Yeah, I hope you get it.
Get it.
Let's go. Ow! Got to go get it. Got to go get it. Come back with it. Come back with it. Gotta do what you gotta do. Ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Got to go get it. Come back. Got to come back with it. Gotta do what you gotta do. There's somebody depending on you.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah, this is Curtis Traylor. Let's go get it and come back with it. This is what we done. We kept our mics open because I guess we wanted you to listen to what we. to what
Oh, I
we-
guess they were here. They heard everything then. Oh, geez.
Yeah. So
then I-
whatever. We gotta keep it going. We gotta keep it going. So hey man, this is another thing. Darren has a song of his own that I want him to see, and I want you guys to listen to. You know, you ready?
Yeah, that's fine. This is
So-
called Polarize. So
There
it's
you
my
go.
new album I'm releasing. Take a listen.
Yeah.
Say you know the unknown. Me how I'm supposed to feel. Why the fake is so real. Don't you polarize my soul. Don't you polarize my soul. Would you like to know? Would you like to know? Like to know? Would you like to know? All I'm lying down below. There's two sides to every coin. Will it match the badge you're showing? Will you hit me if it doesn't? Was it so fair now? Was it? Don't you polarize my soul? Don't you polarize my soul? Would you like to know? Would you like to know? Like to know? Would you like to know why I hide my love below? It's so hard to see why you'll never get to me. Why does righteousness take its toll? Is love a rock and roll? Won't you polarize my soul? Won't you polarize my soul?
That's
All
great.
right.
It was
All
nice to
right.
hear.
That's Deron Reynolds with Polarize. So, I just want you to check out what he's doing. He does his Man with a Million, that wears a million hats.
That's great. Get my cricket.
Yeah, we just letting you go check him out.
That's right. July 31st, folks. It's coming out. New music from Blue Orb Productions.
Too old to smoke this bowl. Turn around, hear that sound. That's the sound of everyone calling you. Gonna call your name like the way they used to call back when.
All right. That was
That's
Mr.
good.
Deron Reynolds.
Yes.
With his, in July? It's coming out?
Yeah, July 31st on Blue Orb Productions. This is my music label.
Blue Org.
Blue Orb. Blue Orb.
Blue Orb.
Org it would be actually a good one too, but
Blue Orb.
as in like the Earth.
Oh,
like
okay.
that's
Orbiting.
us. Orbiting, yeah. So it's an orb, a big circle. We're a big blue circle, right, in the middle of this.
Oh, okay.
Big universe. That's
Okay.
kind of the idea of it. But Blue Orb Productions music label. Yes, I'm gonna release this new solo project called Halfway to Hipster. That name came up as a funny band name.
Okay.
At one point, like my friend and I going, that would be a funny band name. And then I just like wrote that piece of piano music, and I was like, this is it. This is the Halfway to Hipster song. And like I started riffing off that idea. Like,
Oh, okay.
what is a hipster? What is it like to be like become hip and cool and like in that older part of age of
Oh,
our
okay.
ages?
Okay.
Like what does all of that entail? There's just different funny ideas about like what it means for us older rockers
Yeah. Yeah.
to be halfway to hipster now. And now I want to like make music I like, so the kind of stuff I listen to
Oh, okay.
when I was a kid. Like I was mentioning, like that track, it's prog rock influenced. Is the whole thing's a prog rock, progressive rock album, really. So you can see I do a lot of stuff. I mean, I do Curtis's song, and I do prog rock. I made movie music with strings and piano and stuff like that too. I just kind of make everything. I like all styles of music. So, but this is special to me. I wanted to be kind of rockin', kind of and kind of like the prog rock influences, like Rush, for example, is my favorite band. But this is kind of super
Yeah,
trampy.
I've got many friends that
Yeah.
like that.
Oh
got
yeah,
that
heck
band.
yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
that band.
Rush was
Are you kidding, man? Those guys are just
yeah.
insanely,
If you're in the music,
insanely
you know
gifted,
pretty much
insanely
know 'em
gifted musicians. but it comes from a lot of different influences, and like so that I made up the piano riff, and my friend Jack Slander played the drums on that track, and his talk about like creating the drums for that is very interesting. It took him like maybe he wouldn't tell me how many times he did it, but he had to do it like all day. He spent recording, trying to practice that over and over and over again until he got absolutely perfect, because it was really, really hard. Like it's not normal time signature at all. It jumps around a lot in time signatures, like prog rock does, and the timing's kind of unique for drum. I guess you would say. So it's that slow Elton John piano man, not piano man. What am I thinking of? Benny and the Jets. Benny and the Jets. Don't. It's basically that drum line, most of it, but it goes into those riffs and kind of trills and stuff, which is kind of prog rocky. So that's going to be out on July 31st. I've already got music up on Blue World Productions music label. You can find it on Bandcamp. You can type in Deron Reynolds. You can type in the movie Matcha and Vanilla. This is a film that I wrote all the music for.
Okay.
Almost all the music for. There's a few tracks from other people, but I was the musical director for the film, and I scored the music in the film. It is only available on the LGBTQ service, streaming service that's on right now. I'm hoping that they're going to release it to more wider audience, because it's really, although it's LGBTQ, it's really more of a drama, dramatic film than it is like an sexual orientation film or anything. Speaking
of video,
yeah.
We're gonna have one for Go Get It and Come Back.
That's right.
Yeah,
and
so we got. That's our next project together. You know, along with making new music to complete my CD. So you know, we're gonna be hanging around for about a couple of months from to get this thing done. So he's very talented. So I just felt like it's time for Deron to come on and just tell you all about what he liked to do, and he's not ashamed to do that. So here at Blackan Radio, this is CT Online. You know what I mean? Just glad that you guys are tuning in. We're just having a good time because we're just kicking it around. And with that being said, what's your history of working, doing lives here? You know what I mean? What's your history?
So
it's on you. Talk on it.
Sure. I could say that I never even played live for anyone when I was young until I was a senior in high school. And I played, I think, my junior year in high school for a talent concert at the high school, and I played Billy Joel's Piano Man. Everyone loved it. I got a great response, and I was like, okay, maybe I should do this more. And so experimented playing with some blues bands.
Yeah.
When I was in college, when I moved here, I was immediately in the blues scene here.
Yeah.
Mostly Kobe. So I was playing lots of shows in Kobe with a couple different talented blues players. Guys from Yukadon. I don't know if you know Yukadon, but they're one of the very famous Japanese blues bands from Kobe. Like the drummer, like I knew quite well actually, and played with him live quite a few times. Most of them were all very close circle of friends, older guys.
Yeah.
Few of them have passed on already, but it was a good experience when I was young here. This is 25 years ago we're talking about.
Okay.
So like I've been in Japan a long time. First it was blues. I was also doing an improvisational band, which is like just on the spot. We choose a key and we go.
Yeah.
Then I was doing live shows with my band, like when I released my first CD back in 2006.
How many CDs do you have now?
Well,
that you've
this is the second like actual release just by me.
Yeah.
Halfway to Hipster is me basically.
Right.
It's just me and my friends, and like we all make music together, and some are co-written songs.
Right.
But like it's basically my project. The first project I made was called The Geminiac, and that's also available online.
Oh, okay.
And that was me coming off my experience in Giza. So a lot of tracks, like a lot of things that I had been fooling with while I was working there before I quit. And then I wanted to make and actually tried to make into a pop album. Whatever songs weren't picked up by other artists. I was lucky. I got a couple of mine picked up by some artists. So, that's a feather in my cap.
Oh, okay.
If you look up Deron Reynolds in katakana, you're going to see a lot of my name pop up, and it's actually me.
Oh, good.
It's not anyone else. It's actually me, because my name's in there in katakana as writing music for, especially Ayu Chirina. That was the biggest artist I wrote for. So yeah, as far as solo albums go, one solo album, The Geminiac. And that was about, it was like 2010, 2009, 8, I can't even remember anymore. It's a while ago. It's available online. And the second album is really pretty much this. However, in between, I did lots of bands.
Yeah.
With some other people. With my friend Zach, the band called Beat Persuasion.
When did you, did you ever go to the studio with many of those other guys?
Oh, yeah.
You had to go to the studio with them. And at that time, did you know how to do engineering the way that you do now?
No, not at all. But I was really, really lucky to watch some world-class producers work.
Yeah.
Not only Japanese producers, but American producers too.
Yeah.
Like the guy that did the most work for my K at the beginning was from Boston. My friend Perry, I don't know if he's out there listening. Give a shout out to Cybersound. They're cool guys. Those guys rock. He's still there making tracks and doing stuff all the time, mostly in Boston, sometime in New York too. He was here, and I got to watch him make stuff, and he was really a track maker / producer type guy. Up until that time, I was used to producer being the guy in the chair saying yes or no. But then I saw a producer that came in that had that power, but also knew how to lay tracks.
Yeah.
And cut stuff up. I was listening to him cutting up stuff he got from DJs and putting it into the machine, put it into the computer so he could play them.
It's so much. It's so much different now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so much, easier.
It's easier now than it used to be.
Yeah.
Way easier.
Yeah.
But, he wasn't scared to let me play or let me fool around. He would even have me on the computer sometimes because I was speaking Japanese to the artist anyway, so I should push start and stop.
Oh, okay.
Basically. Right? He figured it's easier that way. And so I was lucky. I got to actually sit in the seat and, I got to actually see how it works on a computer. At least back then they were using computer.
Yeah, because I had a good time, over at your house, just watching how you do it. Even and at the same time, we could still hold a conversation about something else.
That's right.
But you were still concentrating on my work, and then the way that we communicated. It flowed. You would send me an email, say this is what this. Okay, can you change this? Can you change this? Can you change that? So, but you did it, man. That's what I really appreciate about you. But with all of that being said, let's talk about a little sports or something. Cause we got about 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, we're finally going to get into it here.
What about what about the Seahawks trading Russell Wilson, man?
Here it comes, folks. This is the story you've all been waiting for. Curtis and I have yet to talk about this subject since it happened. Yeah. And we talk football a lot. Yeah. So we've been waiting for this. Okay. I was shocked when he was traded. Absolutely shocked.
No, I was getting guys that was giving me a lot of crap about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you thought he was gonna be traded?
Yeah, no.
Or what did you think?
I just, I never thought he would be traded.
I never thought he would either. But we followed the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't know how much longer you're going to follow Seahawks. We'll talk about that in a second.
We'll talk about that in a second.
That's
another story.
That's another subject. But I will say I was shocked. However, after the initial shock, I was somewhat relieved. And the only reason I say that is because there's no more pressure on the Seahawks anymore. Now everyone thinks they're going to suck pretty much. And
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think they're actually got quite a good team still, but I don't think it's just Russell Wilson that made all those big plays.
No.
In fact, if you look at the history of the Seahawks, he only made the big plays when the running attack was
good.
There you go. And it's it kind of went hand in hand with his playing style, guys. I hate to break this to you, but he's not tall. He can't see over the middle. He does not throw
He's not
passes
throwing,
over the
right.
middle.
He
Like,
has to
'cause
get out of- he has to get out of the
has to
pocket.
get out and roll out in the pocket. Then that's his signature move, right? He rolls out of the pocket and throws a big bomb downfield because the coverage breaks. Because you're like, he's running around all over the place.
See, y'all, this guy knows what he's talking about. Who said he didn't know?
Yeah,
I tried to tell you.
look. If you watched Russell play over the years, there's one thing that I'll tell you 100% for sure. I will always miss him in the fourth quarter.
You ain't lying.
No,
That's
that's when he's magical,
Sure.
and that's like he'll still be magical probably for a good 4 or 5 more years. I'd
See,
say.
you Cowboy fans thought no other city had had fans. You know what I mean?
No,
you got to think you're the only fans in the world.
Well, that's why I like talking with those guys.
Oh,
like
yeah,
I can tell
man,
they know their football.
They do, man. They do.
I love learning about players.
They
that I
grew
don't
up. They
know.
grew up with it. I
Yeah.
mean, they grew up knowing about it. You know, if I say something wrong, they will correct me quickly.
But me too. I mean, I was little league football. Like, so I was like from basically 4th grade on.
Hi,
I was
Anna.
playing. Was she on there? Oh, okay, good. Well, anyway, the point is, what do I think? So I was shocked. I liked the trade though.
Yeah.
I thought that the Seahawks got back enough value, like for it to at least reboot the team, if not rebuild. But I don't like the word rebuild, neither does Pete Carroll. And like, I don't think it should be a shock if they play really well next year, because their defense is going to be way better, way more improved. Everyone forgets that Jamal Adams has been hurt the last 2 years. He hasn't really had a chance to shine yet. And we already got Quandre Diggs back there. And like, I'm telling you, there is no better safety tandem in football than
That's
those
right.
two.
That's true.
And like people say, but you lost Bobby Wagner. I go, Bobby Wagner is great, but he's old, man. He's lost a step. I'm sorry. Like he's gonna. I wish him all the best.
Where did he go, to the Rams?
Rams, yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna suck. That's gonna suck it's gonna hurt.
And yeah, because
He's coming back.
He's coming hard. you
Yeah,
know.
and he still plays. He balls. Don't get me wrong, but like I think we have young guys that are faster than him. So Jordan Brooks is like insanely good.
Okay,
That's great.
okay.
So,
Now that was good. So we only got a few minutes left, but before we go, I want to let everybody know I will be at Fire Cafe Osaka on July 9. Just me, my tracks, and you.
That's
All
right.
So you, so tell you and your buddies, your friends, come on out and see CT. So, and I just want you to know that my song is played on FM Kokolo. You know. What's my boy name? Kamasami Kong. Kamasami Kong.
Sorry.
My
singing the whole song
big
here.
thank you goes out to Kamasami Kong for putting my song on the air, and he did it for 2 nights. You know, so it's great, man. So I hope that you guys check out FM Kokolo and check out Curtis Traylor. Go get it and come back with it. That means go after your goals and try to conquer them. Bring it back, and so that the good things happen to you in your life. So I'm rooting for you. I hope you're rooting for me. So this is CT Online, Volume 9. So we just going to keep it rolling. You know, the 3rd Friday of each month, I'm here. You know what I mean? And as we go, it gets better. We all kind of breaking out of that little syndrome that we were in for the last couple of 2 or 3 years.
Yes.
So we're all trying to come back and get some of the things that we lost. We're not going to get them all, okay? But we're going to come back and we're going to get them all. And my good friend Deron Reynolds,
Yes.
you know what I mean? This guy's, you know, he can tell you all about himself if you want to listen, okay? He's got it all. He leaves nothing behind. You know what I mean? But I love it. I love it, man. So we got some work to do, man. So I want to have a complete full CD.
That's right. We're gonna do it.
And have my video ready to go.
Heck yeah,
so,
the videos
I
too.
can show. So he's got all of this kind of talent. So man, why should I have to look around Kansai or Japan, for that matter, for anyone else when he's right there? Matter of fact,
That's right.
2 streets down or something?
Yeah, we don't even live that far. We don't even live that far apart.
Yeah.
That was what was cool about it. It's
Yeah,
nice
that's
when you
good.
realize we can just meet up. That's easy.
Exactly.
It's not that
easy,
hard.
man. You know.
And it's easier nowadays that we can do stuff in rooms,
Yeah.
like kind of like this too. I mean, like this is just a room.
Yes.
Like you can turn your room into anything.
I sure can.
And
man, you know,
the power of YouTube, the podcast and stuff like that, and radio is amazing.
it's
nowadays.
amazing now. Yeah, everybody seems to have their own. So now we'd like to give a shout out to Jaja. He's worked.
Thank you, Louis.
He's
Thanks, Jaja.
He's worked, man, and he's bringing it. He's coming into his own to be one of the best. So you can't stop. You can't keep a good person down. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So keep trying to do that. It's coming out from me, coming out from Deron, and we all gonna just keep it. We're gonna keep stepping, right?
That's
We're
right.
gonna keep that music going, right?
That's
keep
right.
that friendship going, right?
Heck yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
I'll come to
we're
your
gonna-
show at Fire Cafe. I want
Yeah.
to see what it sounds like.
Oh,
I'm going to
yeah.
play there on June 25th. Is that the Friday?
June 25th.
Or is it the 26th? That's the Saturday.
All right, don't have them
I don't
coming
know,
out on the
25th.
wrong day.
Danny for 25th. It's
So
the 25th. They're having a spice fair there at Fire Cafe.
Okay.
So I'll be playing a set of piano there. I'll be playing with Dan Kane's band.
Oh, okay.
a couple times.
Do you guys?
Love you guys. We're gonna play a July second. Sorry, it's July 2nd at High Five in Kielbashi.
Yeah.
And then Shinsai Bashi Blarney Stone is going to be on July 30th.
Okay.
That's the next few shows I'm
Say it
doing.
real plainly again.
Okay, so Shinsai Bashi Blarney Stone on July 30th,
Okay.
Saturday. That's Cain and Abel Bodies. That's
Okay.
it's the little bit on the the Bible thing, like Cain and Abel.
Oh, I know.
Right. Cain and Abel Bodies, but his name's also Dan
I
Cain.
got it. My name is Ark.
Well,
My
you
name
know,
is Noah.
it's a fun twist. It's a good band where we play lots of different styles.
Oh man,
lots of
you
blues.
Dan
Yeah.
Cain is
Oh,
monster.
Dan's can sing, and
Yeah.
and since he's really even the main singer, I can relax more and
Yeah,
sing just
he's really good.
at bits and paces
So-
and focus on my keyboard playing, so it makes
There
it
you
easy.
go. See, and I want to let everybody know. Once I think, that's October 15, I'm gonna be doing my original live for the first time. That I'd be doing my live, all original songs, all of my songs, at Bonds Rosary in Kyoto. Bonds Rosary. So I just want to we're about ready to go off into the wild blue yonder. And but before we go, I just want you guys to know that this is I want you to get out there, go get it, and come back with it. Come on with it now.
That wasn't what I was expecting. That's okay.
You like it though, don't you?
I like it.
Okay, we want everybody to know.
Thank you guys. This is my track.
Take care.
But all clear, perfectly good sounding music from Blue Orb Productions.
Oh, for sure, man.
And I'm happy to keep working with Curtis to make better tracks.
Oh shit.
And maybe teaching too.
Oh yeah.
Teaching music. I teach music. I also teach English and I teach Japanese. So
Okay.
one of those
Keep
guys.
telling them, man.
I'm trying my best.
Halfway to hipster.
That's right. Halfway to hipster.
Yeah.
Not all the way there yet.
You ain't not all the way,
Not
but you're
yet.
halfway. You're halfway.
That's what the story's about. Or for all of us.
Way to hipster, and here I roll.
Here I roll.
Quit to